Hello, today we will be taking a look at the Apple Watch Series 4, the Nike Edition. And as you can see here on the back cover, glass, and heart rate sensor right there is broken, and we will be replacing that. Alright, so to get started, we're going to get our heat gun. I have it set to 200 degrees, and we'll go from here. Alright. We'll heat it up a little bit more to get that adhesive soft again. Alright, so that's how it looks like with the screen removed from the housing right there. And we will proceed with completely removing the screen here from the connected ribbons. It's really easy to tear the ribbons here, so you got to be extra careful when working on this step here. Alright, so next we're going to want to lift up the connections there, where the ribbons are connected to. So, alright. Those are open. You can then proceed with pulling out the ribbons slowly. Careful not to tear any of the ribbons. There we go. And right here I have wax paper here, and we're gonna just place that there so it won't stick to anything while we're working on it. Alright, so that's the screen right there. Completely removed. We'll set that aside. Alright, so next we're going to remove these two screws here right at the end. Will just help later down the line when we're going to be pulling out the board. Alrighty. And we want to get underneath the metal there to remove this first point. And as you can see, there's a connection right there. And that connection there is for the force touch sensor. So we're going to go ahead and disconnect that as well. Alright, next we're going to remove the taptic engine. So there's going to be 3 screws here. One right there, right there, and one over here. Alright, next we're we're gonna have to remove those 4 screws, 3 screws. We're gonna have to remove this connection right here, the taptic engine. One more right here. Okay. After that, the taptic engine should be able to just come out. There we go. We'll set that aside. Okay. Just going to loosen this connection. Let's get it off the housing so it doesn't get caught when we'll be moving stuff around. So next we're going to remove the battery here. So there's a screw being covered by this black tape there. Let's remove that. And there's a screw right there. Now we'll disconnect the battery from the main board. Here's the battery. So now we're going to want to disconnect that connection right there. And remove some of that tape that's holding it down. Now we are going to remove 4 screws. That will be the 4 screws in the corners. So over here, right there, and there's one hidden underneath that black tape right there, which we'll actually remove right now. Now we could remove the entire board, but to make this process a little bit more faster, we can just pull out the back cover and put it back on without removing all the other components on the side, such as the button, the microphone, and the speakers on this side right here. Okay, so next thing we'll do is we'll remove these metal pieces here. That we're keeping the board in place. As well. Alright, so So the next step is going to have us remove this back cover. We actually have one more connection here, which goes to the speaker, which is right here. So we will lift that up before we proceed. So as soon as that's up, I'm going to apply a little bit of force right here where the screw would normally go. And we don't want to open it too far out, as the board is still connected to all the other buttons and speakers. Alright, so let the back cover out like so. And now there's one connection holding the back cover. That'll be right here. There we go, here's the back cover. There are springs here, so you don't want to lose those. These springs are here for the bands when they go on. So if you lose that, it won't spring back. So here's our replacement. And I do have one spring missing here, so I'll go grab one from the unit we just took apart, the back cover. We'll place it right in there. Now we just gotta do everything in reverse and put it all back together. So put on this connection first here. You always gotta readjust the pins if they're on their sides. Okay, one more check on the pins. On the springs. Making sure we have all the ribbons here and that nothing was pinched. Okay, so first thing, we want to put back the metal brackets and put in the 4 screws to secure the board and the back cover. So here we go. Okay. So now we're going to put the 4 screws back in. And we will loosely put it in the first time, and then we'll go around and make sure they are properly set. Alright, now we will secure it properly by tightening up all the screws. Okay, let's take a look at the back housing, back cover here. Making sure that it's fully secured properly. that the releases for the bands are working. Alright, now we're going to start connecting all the connections that we took apart. So we will start with the speaker here. Alright, so now we'll proceed with putting the battery back in. Alright, our next step would be to add the taptic engine back in. Alright, and the last step we're going to do is put on the screen. Well, you can see the battery died there, so it wasn't turning on. As soon as we put it on the charger, everything's working great, the screen. So we can proceed with actually adhering the screen back to the housing. So we'll get started with that. So you're going to remove some of the adhesive that was left over from when we took it off. Alright, now that we've got the adhesive off, we'll be applying the new adhesive. Alright, so it's charging, and as soon as the adhesive adheres to the housing, we can proceed with all the rest of the testing. Just here, all it adheres, just use a rubber band just to keep the screen in place so it doesn't go anywhere. Alright. And that's how we replace the back housing on a Apple Watch Series 4.